Yo, it's Sway.
Sway.
Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
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 Only on Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Yeah. Bitches.
In Los Angeles, where I live, I went to hear him preach in Inglewood. I got there so late, I was sitting in the rafters. And there he was, preaching this word called turn the page. At the end of Deuteronomy, Moses has died. But when you turn the page, God told the Israelites, get up, your mourning time is over, go and get into the promised land. I took that word, and on Monday, I put in my 2 weeks notice on my job because he motivated me to turn the page from my old job to the new job. And someone looked at me like I was crazy and said, man, do you have a new job? I said, no. I said, but how can I tell you about faith if I'm not living it? Amen.
Amen. Whew, Magic Monday. That sounds like magic right there. Sway in the morning, 58 minutes into the hour. That's the voice of DeVon Franklin, Vice President of Production for Columbia Pictures. He oversaw the remake of the summer's biggest hits, Karate Kid back. That grossed over $350 million. What year was that?
That was 2010.
2010. You worked on Pursuit of Happiness. You worked on Hancock with Will Smith, which must have been interesting, being that you used to intern for Will Smith. Right?
Yeah, it was a blessing.
That was a blessing.
Yeah.
Like, was he proud of you?
Very, very proud. It's funny. The first day I got on set as a studio executive, man, he totally, came and hugged me and started, just joking and say, "Oh, now you're a suit," So he's definitely been a big, big mentor, big friend, and incredibly proud of the things that I'm doing.
Okay, DeVon Franklin, also the author of Produced by Faith. And then also you married Meagan Good. A lot of people were interested and happy and glad that it was done in a classy way. You married a classy woman.
Yes, I did.
And it was really interesting. I heard Meagan talk about, the courtship of your relationship.
Yeah.
And you guys actually remained celibate for an entire year.
We did. We made a decision that, we didn't want to compromise God's blessing, and both of us wanted to walk in integrity. And to say, we're going to sacrifice our own, physical desire and wait until we're married. And it's been a blessing.
Now, did you come up with that or did she come up with that?
You know what? Actually, I've been celibate before dating Meagan for a long time. So it was great that when we both connected, we both were on the same page because it was a page that she was already on. I had been on it for years. And so coming together, once she heard that I was celibate, she was like, oh, thank God. And once I knew she was celibate, I was like, thank God, so that we both could be on it and have peace about it and not have any arguments about it.
Yeah, that honeymoon must have been a humdinger.
Celibate people have really clear skin. You notice that? Celibate people have really good skin. Like, I'm like, wow, I gotta go celibate.
Oh, man.
Clear up my acne.
My man.
Goodness.
My man. So that must have been a crazy, not just for that reason, but the honeymoon.
It was a holy union. God worked it out. Amen.
I just gave him a pound. Like, I feel like Denzel, like, my man. One of the things I want to talk to you about is, you've been in entertainment for years, and you've seen people come into the game one way, and you've seen how the game can change a person. People don't understand that one of the biggest addictions when it comes to entertainment is fame itself. You can have no money and strive for fame and stardom. Yeah. You know what I mean? And be fixated on being famous. How many people nowadays living everyday lives that are just, they're fighting to become a reality star.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't pay them no money. You know what I mean? But it'll make you famous. If you're Kim Kardashian, you can flip it and turn it into money. But I've seen a lot of artists compromise their integrity, compromise their morals over the decades that I've done this. And I see it from outside looking in. I've even had temptations. I've had questionable moments. How do you notice that? First of all, have you seen it?
I see it. I think it is something that is actually poisoning the culture. This idea of fame, of notoriety, but for what? I want everybody who's listening. There's nothing wrong with having a dream.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being ambitious and wanting to become all that you dream and think you can. But please do it because there's purpose attached to it. Go after purpose because it's what you're called to do. It's what you're made to do. Let fame come because you're great at what you do.
Yeah.
Because you're better than anybody else. But don't pursue fame as a means to an end, because when you do, You will compromise whatever to get it. And then once you get it, you'll realize it wasn't as great as you thought it was. And everything you compromise along the way, the people, the relationships, the deal, whatever it might be, once you get fame, quote unquote, you'll understand everything you gave up along the way. And then when you look at the person that looks back at you in the mirror, you won't like what you see. And then addiction sets in, depression. And then the people you thought were down with you, you won't even be able to get them on the phone. Pursue purpose. Let fame come because you're great. Don't go after fame in and of itself.
There it is. DeVon Franklin is here. He's the author of the book, Produced by Faith.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.